Okay, so in this video I'm going to talk to you about car fuels, the fuels that are put into cars in order to make them move. And basically there are three usual types of fuel that we use in a car. We've either got petrol, diesel or electricity. Now in this question here we're going to be talking about 5 different cars that run on petrol and also one car that is electric. So we're not going to talk about diesel cars, but what we're going to say here basically applies to diesel cars as well. Okay. Now, what you might be asked to do in an exam is to compare different fuels or cars that have different fuels, or compare the efficiency of cars. So we're going to talk about that to begin with. Okay. So you've got 5 different cars here. We've just labelled them with letters. Let's forget about the electric one for a minute. And the question probably is going to be, which of these cars is most efficient? You're told that petrol costs 108.9 pence per litre. So the cost of petrol is 108.9 pence per litre. So a litre of petrol costs £1 and nearly 9 pence basically, okay, because there are 100 pence in a pound. So which car is most efficient? Well, we're given here the engine size of the car. That doesn't really tell us the efficiency of the car. The top speed of the car, again, doesn't tell us the efficiency. The time to accelerate from 0 to 90 kilometers an hour doesn't tell us anything about efficiency, really. Okay, so all of this data here really is not that relevant. Then we've got fuel consumption in kilometers per litre. That is what tells us how efficient the car is. Then we've got CO2 emissions. Well, that doesn't tell us how efficient the car is, but it tells us something about how environmentally friendly the car is, or the damage that it might do to the environment. And then we've got the noise level. Okay, so when you're presented with all of this data, most of this is irrelevant. The bit that we want to look at is this, the fuel consumption. Okay. Now the question is, do we want a car that has a high or a low number in this column? Well, if you think about it, the fuel consumption is in kilometers per litre. Okay, so let's say a car can go 10 kilometers for a litre of fuel. Okay, let's say that a particular car can do that. We'll call that car A. Okay, and then we've got car B that can go 20 kilometers per litre. The question is, which one is more efficient? Do you want a car that can go a large number of kilometers per litre of fuel, or a small number? Well, the answer is this one is more efficient because it can go 20 kilometers for every litre of fuel you put in it. So if you put a litre of fuel in both of these cars, fuel is a liquid, so it's measured in litres. The volume of it is measured in litres. If you put 1 litre of fuel in each of these cars, this one will go twice the distance. It will go 20 kilometers on that 1 litre of fuel. Okay. Now another way of putting that is for car A, to go 10 kilometers in car A, it's going to cost you £1, 8 pence, well, nearly 9 pence, 108.9 pence. Okay. It's going to cost you 108.9 pence to go 10 kilometers in car A, because a litre of fuel costs 108.9 pence. In car B, you can go 20 kilometers for your 1 litre of fuel. So that's 108.9 pence to go 20 kilometers. Okay, so this car is more efficient because for every litre of fuel, it can go twice the distance of car A. So basically what we want here, we want a high number of kilometres per litre for our car to be most efficient. Okay, so that tells us about the efficiency of cars. The bigger the number of kilometres per litre, the more efficient the car is, because the further it can go on a litre of fuel.